This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Off the play fake on first down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there. If I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
To the air, it's Van Buren. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. They are set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is...
Sends it downfield. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida State.
And so many times the safeties tell the tape, and that's what QBs are studying and reading, and he drops back, and you could tell he sees his receiver coming from the right side, and he knows exactly where he's going to end up with that post, pushes the ball down the field for the big play, got the safety out of position, made the big touchdown throw.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll go to the ground. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, a running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some balance and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
They'll move the tight end. Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
When you run those routes, those curl routes just like that, those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football. So you better put that thing on a line, and the QB did there. Put it on a line. Great job, great catch. First down.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. They go to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Scanning the field, it's Van Buren. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
So look at this. They're sending out the kicker to try a long one. Well, players don't really like kickers, but if this guy bangs through this 60-yarder, he'll be the toast of the team. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, LSU.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin them deep. They punted away on 4th down. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to pass. It's Sperry. Quickly to the tight end. Breaks into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got him downfield. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, no!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Hauls it in. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Second down.
They've got him spread out on 2nd and 7. 2 wide out to either side. Back to pass. It's Van Buren. Fires to the wide out. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Really nice job by the defender knocking that one away in man coverage. And he knew coming into this one that he was going to get attacked and they were going to throw his way. So he's showing you right now. He is dialed in, locked in. Really nice job on that coverage.
To the air on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Dropping back, it's Berry. Throws to the tight end. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. The toss to the right. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Motion from the wideout. Off play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Van Buren. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and that's number 10. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Sends it back in motion. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a man on the left. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
This guy has a chance to bring home the Heisman Trophy this year because he continues to make plays week in, week out. Doesn't matter who's guarding him, what coverages you play. This guy finds ways to make plays for his offense.
Quick completion on the out route. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 13.
Man, this guy's closing in quickly on 100 yards receiving. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. We knew he was going to be a big part of the game plan and the strategy, but every time they've looked his way, he's been making a big play, and that's something the defense...
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the Seminoles have it with a first and goal. Trying to pound it in. This time stopped in the backfield and finding the sledding a little tougher than on that last run. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. The give to the tailback. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Seminoles. After that, there might be a few extra tackling drills in practice this week.
Listen, and when you only got one guy there, it makes it really hard to get to the ground. You need a swarm. Where are my other guys? You got to get 1, 2, 3 more guys to the football and make sure you get them on the ground.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Interesting showdown in the Pac-12 today, men. Take a look at how things are playing out. Mississippi State is in serious trouble right now. I'm not sure some folks won't be asking for a refund on their NIL investment. A putrid performance in Starkville. They're trailing by 14 to TCU. We'll keep you posted on things in this game that's sure to shake things up in the Pac-12. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming...
Turning it on! Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, and he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance. This dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
Finds his man. It's Nicholson. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Send the tight end in motion. Might as well give it to him again. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Unleashes one. Wide open downfield. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
The Tigers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% the season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
Looking downfield, it's Van Buren. Going for 6. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Bringing it back. The 40. The 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Florida State. And they turn it into a defensive score. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Tight end now in motion. To the air. It's Van Buren. He's going to let it go. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing. That's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Timeout by the offense. The last thing they need is to have half the team running one play and the other half running another.
Okay, ready?
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Oh, he wants it all. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Ready
Now facing a 3rd and long. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Grabbed over the middle. It's Milner. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Well, if you're going to be in the Heisman picture, you got to make plays week in, week out at receiver, and that's what he does. He's a good route runner. He's reliable, and he's got speed to take it to the house. Top 5 in the nation right now in receiving yards.
And wings it incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He's got him this time. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
I know everyone's yelling like you didn't get the 1st down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a 3rd down. And guess what? Nowadays, 4th down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Gets the back moving. He wants to throw it again. Going to take a shot. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Power football with the run. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. Fires to the big fella. Still on his feet at the 35. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big time pickup on that one.
Man, this offense, they needed that one in the worst way, right? They're getting blown out in this game so far, and as we get close to halftime, they've got to be able to put a good drive together. They've got to be able to come away with a touchdown here, close the gap a little bit going into the second half.
To the air on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. LSU right back to the line. Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. Makes the catch. It's Watkins. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And the Tigers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. There's the pressure. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Man, this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number one, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Handoff to the lone back. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Noles will line up to kick off and start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this. At their own 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. Caught over the middle. It's buried. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Dropping back, it's Van Buren. It's complete to the right. There he goes! He's brought down at the 33 as the defense keeps him away from that first down marker. 4th down coming up.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Watkins. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Quarterback making checks. Off-play action on first down. Plucks it out of the air. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49.
and quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Tigers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Running into the open space. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catch them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on 1st down. Using his feet. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It'll be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Van Buren. Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. LSU quick to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quick completion on the out. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
LSU now operating in the red zone. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Oh, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Got enough space. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And he was under so much duress on that play. You saw him scrambling, trying to buy time, doing everything he can to keep the play alive, but the defense just kept coming in waves, and he got a little bit downfield before they finally knocked it out and jumped on that fumble.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They think there's room to run to the right here. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job of finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
Find some fresh air. Running through contact. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, you got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
Stuff on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
It's a draw. at the 20. He's got space. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
Single back formation, and they give it to it. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, no! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and